With a leather cover, a golden overhang, and the edges painted red, the French version of An Introduction to the Analects of Confucius is a classic, featuring a bookbinding style from the Age of Enlightenment in France. The volume is about the political ideas, ethical thought, and moral concepts of China more than 2,000 years ago. No one expected it would be returned to China more than 2 centuries after it left. In March 2019, the book was given to Chinese President Xi Jinping as a national gift by French President Emmanuel Macron as the two countries celebrated the 55th anniversary since they established diplomatic ties.
他面对的对象是这些 princes.
The book was addressed to princes in ancient Europe who owned territory and would be able to govern in future. So what lessons could these readers take away? It was this moral or political principle that Chinese emperors used in the way they governed the country.
As a classic of traditional Chinese culture, the Analects of Confucius was introduced to Europe as early as the 17th century, and many scholars have compared the status of Confucius in Chinese civilization to that of Socrates in the West.
The book proves that exchanges between China and France began in the 17th century and have continued to the present day. I think the book is very rare. It's not only a medium for books, but also a bridge connecting the ancient and the modern China and Europe.
President Xi once said rich philosophical ideas, a humanistic spirit, edifying thoughts, and moral concepts rooted in traditional Chinese culture can provide the inspiration for both understanding and transforming the world, governing the country, and developing morals. Today, the ideas of Confucius continue to inspire some young people in France.
Confucius is a very important philosopher, and these ideas of education can apply today, so we can learn from him.
Okay, so I remember reading some parts from the Analects of Confucius back in the days, back in high school, and I remember to treat and to act to others like you want them to treat you and to act to. That's basically all I remember from Confucius, and I think that's the main meaning of his ideas.
The Analects of Confucius have been labeled one of the 10 most influential Chinese books in France, and the book has even inspired some to learn Chinese. And the Chinese philosopher's influence is also seen in the growth in the number of Confucius institutes across Europe, especially France. And the country was one of the earliest to incorporate Chinese language teaching into the national educational system, promoting cultural exchanges and playing an important role in a wider relationship. 董事 CGTN 北京。